For the way light. Oh, y'all can't even see it. Oh, well, that's fine.
Hey,
family. This shirt is popping. All right. It looked like I am glowing. I just want to let you know that's not the glow, okay? It's the light above, all right? And it ain't the light above. It's
I'm glowing. Nah.
I don't want to do no false advertisement because you're like, LaVon, if that's on if that's on the website, I need that one. No, this one is not. Okay, it don't glow. It's on the website, but it don't glow. Listen, we want to welcome everybody to Story Time. Story Time. Story Time. If you don't know who I am, I'm Bonnie G, in the place to be. Hey. And like I always say, wherever the Ruach is, I kid you not. I just want to be present, okay? Call my name. LaVon, huh? Yes? Just so I can let you know I'm present. I'm in here. And if you don't know who she is none other than Auntie Shelly on the beat. But that's right, y'all already know. We no longer do that for ourselves, but we do it for the community. Hashtag community minded all day. Let me scoot you away a little bit.
You can't read your shirt.
You can't see it anyway because it's light. Yeah. So just to let you know, my shirt says the original. Period. All right. I just want to let y'all know. Pointing out to this melanin. All right. Nevertheless, as y'all know, like always, we like to give you a whole scripture before we dive into the book of First Shemu'el. Shemu'el. And this scripture is coming from Psalms 91. It says, "He that dwells in the secret place of El Elyon shall abide under the shadow of El Shaddai. I will say of Yahuwah, he is my refuge and my fortress. My Elohim, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings shall you trust. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid by the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor for the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come nigh you. Only with your eyes shall you behold and see the reward of the wicked, because you have made Yahuwah, which is my refuge, even Al Elyon, your habitation. There shall no evil befall you, neither shall any plague come nigh your dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over you to guard you in all your ways." May Yah add a blessing to the hearers and readers of his word. I just read Psalms 91, 1 through 11.
That's perfect for what we're about to, because David is about to fight this big old Philistine.
He's about to fight. And so, speaking of the fight, listen, for those of y'all who are not familiar with this platform, it may be a fight to understand what we're talking about. It ain't you, it's us. And it's because you're not going to get this, look, okay, the light. It's because we're reading from the St0ryTim3 Bible right here, okay? So you can get you one and read along with us on St0ryTim3.net, not .com, because you ain't going to find it there. But what you ain't going to do, or I can't tell you because you're grown, but what we recommend not do is pay full price, okay? Make sure you use your Storytime discount. Remember, the O in the word story is actually a 0. And the E in the word time is actually a 3. As a reminder to going back to the covenant, because we understand that we are the original, okay? Period.
Yes.
We now guarding the commandments all day. But that being said, Auntie Shelly on the beat, go ahead and tell the people where we left off at.
Okay, we are Shemu'el Reshon, which just means First Samuel. We are on chapter 17. David has went to see his brothers.
Yes.
To bring them some bread, and they kept him some cheese. And he sees this big old Philistine, Goliath, tall, like 9 feet tall. He has on all this armor, and Goliath is telling him, Well, we look, we don't gotta do this. You send out one man, fight me, whoever wins the war.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all beat me, y'all serve us. I beat you. Wait.
Yeah,
I did that backwards.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. If we defeat Goliath, they serve us.
Right.
If Goliath defeats them or us, I'll say us, we have to serve them.
Mm-hmm.
And so David comes along and he's like, who is this uncircumcised Philistine that defies the armies of the living Elohim?
Hello.
They was like, y'all just gonna let him talk? And his brother's giving him a hard time. Like, look, go back to your few little old sheep in the field. You come out here. I know you. You all that pride and all that. But David is, and what got me yesterday was when his brother said that to him. David was like, what did I do to you?
Right.
And then turned away from his brother and started talking to the person. Like, say his brother's over here. Like, okay, I'll talk to this person.
Right.
He started talking to the next person. Like, you don't want to receive it, okay. But what is not going to happen is Goliath talking smack. And so then he finds out whoever defeats the Philistine, he gets to marry the king's daughter,
mm-hmm.
and his family is going to be free in Yashar, which means the king can't call him. It's kind of like the Hunger Games. If you win, you and your family. Have you ever seen the Hunger Games?
No.
Yeah, you and your family supposed to supposedly have it made. Don't have to worry about nothing else. No more food, nothing else.
Wow.
So that's where we are. Saul gets wind of David saying he's going to defeat the Philistine. And I think
that's pretty much what we are.
Because we're on 32, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So listen, I don't know. I mean, if you want to ride this ride without your seatbelt on, go ahead. But for those of us that's into wild, we're going to buckle up a little.
Yeah.
Just buckle up. Because you already know we're going somewhere. All right. Verse 32, chapter 17. And David said to Shaul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Your servant will go and fight with this Philistine. And Shaul said unto David, you are not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for you are but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. Don't throw your experience at me.
Yeah. He's like, David, come on. Now.
I said the living Elohim, okay? Your experience don't matter.
Because we already know Saul's in disobedience anyway. You don't even have the Ruach no more. You got that other evil one.
And not to even say like, you know how people used to preach the heck out of this scripture.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The surface stuff.
Yeah.
But in reality, like Hasatan be really trying us.
Mm-hmm.
He be really trying. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't do that because of it. But we got to remember, living. We don't serve a dead God.
Because basically Saul's telling David, dude, you're not going to win. Look how he been practicing
doing this for
years. More than you've been alive. Basically. He older, you young. He been studying this since he was about your age. Like,
and so who are you for, sir? Yeah. Who are you for?
I know,
I'm not saying you should gaslight me, but brother, are you on my side or no?
Yeah, whose side you on?
All right. And David said unto Shaul, your servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him. You don't know where I came from?
He's like, dude, I'm not just saying this just to say it. I took a lion down.
And a bear.
And a bear. Like, who are you talking to?
You don't know where I come from. You don't know you worried about his experience, but what you don't know is about my experience.
Yeah, let me give you my resume.
All right. You want it via email or paper? He got it verbally though. All right. You're
36.
Your servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he has defied the armies of the living Elohim.
Yeah, because David's like, you don't understand, Saul. He's defying Elohim.
Right.
He ain't just up there talking just to talk. He's defying Elohim, so he gonna be just like that lion and that bear.
And you know who ain't tripping, who ain't scared? He ain't scared.
This little uncircumcised man, no.
David said, moreover, Yahuwah that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Shaul said unto David, go, and Yahuwah will be with you.
See, David giving Yahuwah all the credit. Look, he delivered me then, he can do it now.
And it's the same thing, like even now, right? I don't care how big this circumstance come. I don't care if it's right in my face. I know Yahuwah, who I serve, is living. And what it ain't gonna get, this circumstance ain't gonna get me to admit is it dead. I got a dead situation. There's no hope. None of that is coming from me. I must check that situation and say, listen, I serve Yahuwah Elohai. What you ain't gonna do is think you gonna run me.
Yes.
Because we carry this same demand, this same authority. If you recognize it.
Yep.
If you recognize it.
Just listen for the Ruach. David already knew, Yahuwah's on my side. Let me run
And
down.
I'm doing it for him.
Yeah.
Because he defied
I'm the instrument. But
this ain't got nothing to do with me. You disrespecting our Elohim. I'm about to whoop your tail. Auntie Riri, he says, y'all better check my resume.
Exactly.
Facts. And Shaul armed David with his armor, and he put a helmet of brass upon his head. Also, he armed him with a coat of mail. And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed. What is that?
Essayed to go.
For he had not proved it.
So essay must be he hesitated. So
yes. Yeah.
Because it looked like he hesitated. Because I don't know
if this is it. It's Auntie Kim. She says Saul has no honor for Yah, so he is unable to the faith.
Yeah.
And trust he has for Yah. And you know this is so true. What is weird is, first off, you came at me with a whole bunch of doubt, telling me about his experience, and you saw Yah fight for you and get you. Why aren't you saying? Why are you speaking of that kind of tongue? And then you got the nerve to try to put armor on me. That's honestly what you can be. That's like somebody that's telling me
armor. Yeah.
That's like you telling somebody that you know that ain't right, ain't living right. You like, but if I was you, they trying to live right. But you're gonna say, but if I was you, what I wouldn't do is this, and this, and that. You putting against your armor the Torah. On them. Yeah. You putting your armor. I do this against the Torah. And now you're dressing them in disobedience. You're dressing them in doubt. You're dressing them in everything that's against Yah.
Yeah, stuff that don't fit them.
Yeah.
So
and we allow it.
Yeah. Assay means to attempt. So he attempted to move in Saul's armor.
And that's so true. We do. We attempt to move in their advice.
I'll listen to you, but yeah.
We do, but then sometimes it's a whole pause because wait, something ain't adding up. The math ain't mathing, right? We got to be careful with those type of people. If they speak double tongue, don't let them dress you with their armor.
Don't do it.
And then they're gonna have
in your gift.
And first off, Saul can see that this stuff is way too big for him.
That's what I was gonna say. Because Saul is tall. David is not. He ain't short, but he ain't tall like Saul. Remember, Saul was real tall. Yeah, which means it don't fit. It was made for Saul.
You can see
your armor is custom made, so you can move around.
Absolutely. You can see that this armor is too big, but yet you gonna all right. Go ahead.
What I think Saul was up to, because remember, Saul is prideful. He knows Yahuwah is with that. He knows there's something different about this boy. So if David goes out there and wins with Saul's armor, what do y'all think Saul about to do? Take the credit.
Oh, absolutely.
The only reason why
because he had my armor.
Because he had my armor.
Absolutely. Listen, I don't work for Row House no more, so don't worry about it, okay?
Are you cold?
Yes, I am. Right, listen. Woo, that feels a whole lot better. All right, don't mind me. We family. All right. We family. All right. So yes, Auntie Shauna, she says, "Ooh, okay, attempting to dress that man in disobedience." Auntie Kim says, "Sabotage." Absolutely.
Yeah.
Under the guise of helping.
Yes.
I mean, we didn't all been through that.
So in Saul's mind, he either gonna die or I'm gonna take the credit.
Yep.
If he come out of it some kind of way.
Yeah. All right. Woo. Where are we? 40. No.
Yeah, but I don't think you did
39.
that. And David said, yeah.
Okay, so I'll read 38 again. And Shaul armed David with his armor and put a helmet of brass upon his head. Also, he armed him with a coat of mail. And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Shaul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off of him.
He was like, I can't use this.
See, even though it was obvious, guess what? Saul, listen, y'all. Saul is still king, right?
Yes.
Saul is still king, and Saul dressed him. Even though David can clearly see that this stuff is big, he still had to make a choice to speak out and speak up.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? He could have just, that's like when we know, like our manager.
We know something ain't gonna work.
And we don't speak up. We just go with the flow. David ain't going with no flow because he know the people's on the line. Yeah. We got to stop going with the flow with certain things that's carrying on in this truth walk. Yeah. And it doesn't matter by who puts it on. It can be the leader. If he off, if he out, don't listen. It can be your elder. It can be your teacher. It can be anybody. Don't go with the flow. Don't go with the flow.
And operating your own gift.
That's right.
Because it's your gift for a reason.
And I know that ain't going to be preached. All right. And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook and put them in a shepherd's bag, which he had, even in a script. And his sling was in his hand. And he drew near to the Philistine. And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David. And the man that bore the shield went before him. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth, and ruddy, and of a fair countenance. And the Philistine said unto David, Am I a dog, that you come to me with staves or staves? And the Philistine cursed David by his Elohim. Okay. Little e, by the way.
Yes.
And the Philistine said unto David, Come to me, and I will give your flesh unto the fowls of the air, and to the beasts of the field. Then said David to the Philistine, You come to me with a sword, and with a spear, and with a shield, but I come to you in the name of Yahuwah Sabaoth, the Elohai of the armies of Yasharel, whom you have defiled. When we start talking spiritual stuff, they be like, I don't know what they talking about. What?
They was like, dude.
So you come to me with this physical thing, but you don't know
Elohim.
You don't understand in the assignment that I'm coming in.
I'm coming with. Wait, whose name did he use? Sabaoth, right?
Yes.
I can't remember which one. That's the Lord of Hosts.
That's the Lord of Hosts.
Yeah, I think that's the Lord of Hosts. We gonna make sure.
I think it's the Lord of Hosts. Because if he said El Shaddai, that's war. Well, my millennial version, it's not where yours is, so I'll let her get it.
Yeah, the Lord of Hosts. That means the host is everything, all armies. So it's land, sea, and physical people like trees. It's all that rocks, the creation. Basically creation.
It's creation.
It's creation.
Ooh.
So he said, I come in the name of Yahuwah Sabaoth, who's the Lord. All creation is his, dude.
Everything.
Creation is his.
And you proud of your physical things.
And you got a sword in the state. You got your little shield bear. You didn't even you calling me best you call me a little puppy, like a dog, yes. And you talking about me, but I'm out here by myself and you got somebody standing in front of you.
Hello.
Bearing your little shield.
Hello. You don't understand what spirit I'm operating in.
He was like,
I'm going to not beat the brakes off you. You ain't going nowhere, okay?
Okay, wait. Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Philistine was saying, I'm gonna give your flesh to the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field.
Not when I come with Yahuwah Sabaoth.
Yeah, so he had to tell him, dude, I serve the God of creation. What bird you finna get to come get me?
Who gonna eat me? Who you talking to?
What bird you gonna command?
Oh, it's about to get real.
Oh,
y'all, these aren't stories. These are histories, okay? This is our history. All right, 46, chapter 17. This day will Yahuwah deliver you into my hand, and I will smite you and take your head from you. And I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistine this day unto the fowls of the air, and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is an Elohim, capital E, okay, in Yasharel. Now, what you gonna do?
Dude, really? You gonna do what? No. I think you need to rethink this. Huh? I'm cutting your head off.
I can hear you.
And the fowls is coming to eat you up. Because you came against the wrong Elohim. You came against the only real true Elohim.
Did he need us to rewind that back? Did Goliath need us to run that back? Because we tell it again. Okay? We ain't playing.
You gonna send the birds. No.
We know who we coming in.
The birds coming for you, boo.
That's right. You got me twisted, okay? In Brother Keith Sweat's voice. All right. And it came to pass when the Philistine arose.
Okay, wait, where you at?
You right.
You 47.
Y'all paying attention. Good job. Auntie Kim, she says, your weapon means nothing to Yah, yet my obedience, girl, to the Most High delivers. Signed, sealed, and delivered, Auntie Kim. Absolutely. That's that obedience.
Yes, and pay attention to the name he uses. Sabaoth, Lord of hosts, Lord of creation. Creation. I'm going to ask about that in a minute. Come on.
Okay. 47, right? And all this assembly shall know that Yahuwah saves not with a sword and a spear, for the battle is Yahuwah's, and he will give you into our hands.
He's only no sword, no spear.
Okay.
That's the whole... Okay, I don't want to say that yet.
And it came to pass when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran towards the army to meet the Philistine. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it, and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth. Creation.
He came running. David said, please, David, run and get that thing
in mid-run. And it had to be some. Listen, it wasn't a beep. It wasn't like that. Okay, it was some force behind it. Because you working with creation. You working with air.
Exactly. That was my point. You working with creation.
Okay, it was the force.
Who commands creation? Yahuwah Sabaoth.
Okay.
I'm a control the speed of this stone.
And then I made you bow to the ground. Because you could have tipped sideways, but your head face kiss that ground. Kiss my creation, sir.
Bow.
Bow down.
Bow down. Yeah.
Bow down, okay?
Now what? What? And I want you to notice Goliath comes to him with a sword and a spear. Remember who taught them how to even make the sword and the spear. It's in the book of Enoch, the fallen angels.
So you
taught them how to fashion that stuff. So you coming at me inferior already. You are, and remember Yahuwah told them, you taught them all them secrets, they're useless.
Sure is.
They're useless.
And it was just the cockiness of Goliath, because he's walking towards. Listen, David said,
I will run towards you.
He said, I ain't got time. Okay.
I need to get this over with.
Right. He wasn't going to clock in no more than what he just said. He didn't already clocked in and gave you the speech.
I said what I said.
That's it. He clocked out and got the job done.
Once he picked up 5. One stone.
Creation helped.
Creation.
That ain't gonna
be. Who you think got that stone? Come on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
With that force.
Shemu'el. Yes. With all that.
It sunk into his forehead. Mm-hmm.
He did that on the run.
Ooh-wee. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. Hello. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine, and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath thereof, and slew him, and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled.
But David just told him, I'm going to beat you, and then I'm going to cut your head off. But wait a minute, David, you ain't got a sword. I'll take the... And remember, this Philistine sword is heavy.
He's about 9 feet tall.
It's heavy, and it's big. David just said, I had no sword. Oh, he got one.
Girl.
Chopped his head off. What's wrong?
I need to plug my...
What we on, girl? Like 2% or something?
Probably. Sorry, y'all.
I'm gonna keep that out.
Oh, okay. All right. So if it happens, hopefully it don't. But yes.
Well, we should be cool.
Okay. Auntie Riri, she says, never judge a book by its cover. Looks were definitely deceiving indeed.
Yes.
David was the real warrior because of his power, Yahuwah. Facts.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Now, what was that you said about the birds?
Hello.
David, like, ain't nobody playing with you. Where your head at?
And the men of Yasharel of Yehuda arose and shouted and pursued the Philistine until you come to the valley. Did I read this fast?
No, because they got up. They saw that Goliath is there, so the Philistines got up and started running.
Oh, okay.
Because they put all their trust in Goliath. Now Goliath is gone by this guy with a stone.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want no smoke from Yasharel.
And now Yehuda's sitting there gonna tear him up. They tear him up. Okay.
They don't want no smoke.
Until you come to the valley and to the gates of Akron. And the wounded of the Philistine fell down by the way of Sha'arameim, even unto Gath and unto Akron. And the children of Yasharel returned from chasing after the Philistines, and they spoiled their tents. And David took the head of the Philistine and brought it to Jerusalem, but he put his armor in his tent.
Oh, so he kept Goliath's armor, but he took his head back.
Yes.
It's something about our family in them heads. Remember Yahuda later on down the line?
She put it in a book bag.
She gonna put it all up in
She put it in a leather bag.
And her maid. Remember her maid was with us. They was just like, yeah, give me the head.
He was
and it's a fresh head, so it's dripping blood.
Yes, it is.
It's draining blood.
Ooh. All right. And when Shaul saw David go forth against the Philistine,
so he was watching. Okay.
I know he didn't jump in. He said unto Abner, the captain of the host, Abner, whose son is this youth? And Abner said, as your soul lives, O king, I cannot tell. And the king said, inquire whose son the stripling is. And as David returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, Abner took him and brought him before Shaul with the head of the Philistine in his hand. And Shaul said to him, whose son are you, you young man? And David answered, I am the son of your servant, Jesse the Bethlehemite.
He said, "Who this boy?" But the thing is, he's been playing for you.
The entire time.
You had that
You ain't
evil
never
ruach on
asked.
you so bad, you don't even recognize
Who's
him.
playing for you?
You don't even recognize him. Because you seen him before, Saul.
You sure did. Sure did.
You didn't recognize him.
18. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Shaul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David. And Jonathan loved him as his own soul. And Shaul took him that day, and would let him go no more home to his father's house. Then Jonathan and David cut a covenant, because he loved him as his own soul. And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him, and gave it to David, and his garments, even to his sword, and to his bow, and to his belt. And David went out whithersoever Shaul sent him, and behaved himself wisely. And Shaul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Shaul's servants. And it came to pass, as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, that the woman came out of all cities of Yasharel, singing and dancing to meet King Shaul, with the timbrels, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the woman answered one another as they played, and said, Shaul has slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s. And I
You
just
already know.
Because when a woman starts saying stuff like that, and men have pride
and
issues,
you the king,
and you the king, that's why they capitalize. I already knew it was going down. And Shaul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him. And he said, they have ascribed unto David 10,000, and to me they have ascribed but thousands. And what can he have more but the kingdom? And Shaul eyed David from that day and forward.
But now remember, Saul still don't know that David is anointed king.
Wow.
He just know, what we not gonna have,
right,
is them giving him more credit than me.
Mm-hmm. Well, he
okay,
got
they gave me thousands and ascribing to David 10,000s. And not only that, thinking at what the mood Jonathan I know the LGBTQ people try to say that this means Jonathan and David was gay, but that's not what this means. That means Jonathan knew there's something about David. They have the same kind of spirit, so to speak. And also by Jonathan giving David all his stuff, he's really handing over.
Yes, absolutely.
Even if he don't really understand it fully, he does understand it fully,
which is why
because he knows the prophecy against his dad. Mm-hmm. He understands this must be the new king. Wow. And Jonathan is saying, I'm cool with it from Jump Street.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. And they became really, really good friends. They were really, really good friends.
Auntie Linda said, this book, come on and give me one exclamation mark. Seeing so much more than before. Mm-hmm. Auntie Riri says, yes, we see clearly now. All praises to the Most High.
And look at us singing and dancing with our tambourines and instruments of music.
It's my only dance, y'all.
Whatever, what don't matter. You were singing and dancing. Saul didn't care what dance you. He cared about that song came out your mouth.
Right. Ooh-wee.
So Saul is upset.
Yeah, he big mad. All right, verse 10 on chapter 18. And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil ruach from Elohim came upon Shaul, and he prophesied in the midst of the house. And David played his hand, as at other times. And there was a javelin in Shaul's hand. And Shaul cast the javelin, for he said, I will smite David even to the wall with it. And David avoided out of his presence twice.
So David just sitting there playing for him like he did before. To soothe that evil ruach. And Saul just went,
Yep. And he
did it to him twice.
Yeah.
And they were just
trying to impel him through the wall.
Yeah. He just avoided it twice.
But this is also, so it says from Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Yah playing the hand. This is that the evil ruach from Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like when Mashiach went into the wilderness and it says the Spirit sent him there.
To be tempted.
Yeah, to be tempted.
Yeah.
This is the same thing because David still has to, not the same thing, but you get what I'm trying to say. David still has to be king, but he has to make way for him how to be king. It's just a strategy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm thinking about it now, like when things go all crazy and stuff. Like, Father, is this you so you can get me to the next step?
Yeah.
Or is this Hasatan?
Yeah. Yeah. Identify yourself.
Yeah.
I be doing that a lot.
Identify yourself. Like, so I know how to move.
Yeah.
So I know how to move.
I just want to know if we fighting or we cool.
What we doing?
And also remember, for those of you who have read Enoch, remember when he was about to, Yahuwah was about to send them all underground, whatever, and then their leader was like, "No, you got to save me some."
Oh yes, absolutely.
And remember, each of us have one each, a good one and a bad one. Those come from Elohim.
Yes.
To try us and test us. Who you gonna listen to?
Yep. Absolutely.
So consider, put all those factors in it. Don't just think Saul sitting around minding his own business and who said, "Go, evil spirit." No, that spirit was already on Saul.
Yep.
He had to take the ruach, his ruach away because Saul wasn't acting right. Tried to kill the boy.
Twice. Not once. Twice. And Shaul was afraid of David because Yahuwah was with him and was departed from Shaul. Then, therefore, Shaul removed him from him and made him his captain over 1,000. And he went out and came in before the people. And David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and Yahuwah was with him. Wherefore, when Shaul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him. But all Yasharel and Yahudah loved David because he went out and came in before them.
Yeah, notice David is moving wise in stealth mode because remember, David know he king.
Yep.
He could have said, "Did you just throw that javelin at me?" Oh, I'm getting ready to take this throne right now. Bye.
Or he was going to knock you out.
But he was like, "No, I gotta wait for Yahuwah."
So therefore, it goes back to obedience.
Yeah, and we see that the people were with David. So at any time, David could have staged a coup d'etat.
Yes.
At any time he could have, and just took that throne.
Yep.
But he didn't. He behaved wisely.
Absolutely. And you see, when he behaved wisely, that spirit was like, "Oh, I'm afraid."
Now he became more afraid because I can't get him to do nothing wrong.
That's how the evil ruach is too. That tries to take us out. When we are in obedience, it's like, oh snaps! Wait a minute, I can't get him to be mad. I can't get her to go off over the things that I normally. All he had to do was stub his toe. He ready to set the whole block on fire. He can't do that no more. He ain't doing that. What's going on?
Yep, and he knows that he is being obedient. And he just getting more and more strength, and I'm getting weaker.
Our obedience is better than sacrifice.
That obedience goes a long way.
Everything leads to obedience. Wow. 17. And Shaul said unto David, "Behold, my elder daughter Merav, her will I give you to be your woman. Only be valiant for me and fight Yahuwah's battles." For Shaul said, "Let not my hand be upon him, but let the hand of the Philistine be upon him." And David said unto Shaul, "Who am I? And what is my life? Or my father's family in Yasharel, that I should be son-in-law to the king?" But it came to pass at the time when Merav, Shaul's daughter, should have been given to David, that she was given unto Adriel, the Mecholathi, to be his woman. And Michal, Shaul's daughter, loved David. And they told Shaul, and the thing pleased him. And Shaul said, I will give him her, that she may be a snare to him, and that the hand of the Philistine may be against him. Wherefore Shaul said to David, you shall this day be my son-in-law in the one of the two.
You see that? He ain't. Okay, first of all, notice that Saul's trying to kill David. He's afraid of him, but he don't send him home.
Sure
So
does.
I still need you in my army, so I'm just gonna send you to my army. I can't. You ain't going home, but I just need you out of my presence because I don't like you. But you ain't going home because I need you to fight my battles. I need you to take the foot. And then he, on the other hand, he's thinking, one of these times the Philistines gonna get him.
Yeah. Oh, Saul, you moving like some. Never mind.
So he promises him to the eldest daughter, then he breaks his promise, and then he sees, oh, that daughter's in love with him.
Yeah.
I'm going to use her to get to David. But wait, where's the part you heard that she loves David? You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it.
Saul is moving like some other people, and I can't believe he's from the tribe of Benjamin.
Right?
You moving like some other people, Saul.
I don't know what you doing.
I don't know what you're doing. This is getting a little unfamiliar. Let me see. 21. No, 22. And Shaul commanded his servants, saying, commune with David secretly, and say, behold, the king has delight in you, and all his servants love you. Now therefore be the king's son-in-law. And Shaul's servant spoke those words in the ears of David. And David said, does it seem to you a light thing to be a king's son-in-law, seeing that I am a poor man and lightly esteemed?
He was like, me? Why you want me to be a son-in-law?
Ain't something weird with that? And the servants of Shaul told him, saying, on this manner spoke David. And Shaul said, thus shall ye say to David, the king desired not any dowry, but 100 foreskins of the Philistines, to be avenged of the king's enemies. But Shaul thought to make David fall by the hand of the Philistines. And when his servants told David these words, it pleased David well to be the king's son-in-law. And the days were not expired. Where am I? And the days were not expired. Wherefore David arose and went, he and his men, and slew of the Philistine 200 men. And David brought their foreskins, and they gave them in full measure to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law. And Shaul gave him Michal, his daughter, to be his woman.
So basically Saul said her dowry is, all you have to do to give me to marry her is 100 foreskins of the Philistines. David brought him back 200.
Oh, wow. He did.
But Saul's thing was, ain't no way.
You gonna do it. He trying to kill him.
You're going to die before you get to 100. That's 100.
Yeah.
You got to slay 100 Philistines.
Telling you.
Because they not finna be still and let you take their foreskin off.
You moving like a snake.
Yeah. A whole snake.
A whole snake.
So now, because he brought you back double, you can't go back on your word, because now all the people that heard you say it. And the people, remember, the people love David.
And she says, acting like people. You know what people I'm talking about, Auntie. You know. You know. Let me see. Oh, Auntie Riri, she said that's it right there. Walk in wisdom and obedience. Yes. It scares the enemy because it is Yah he fears. Yes. Not us by ourselves, but us in our covenant, girl.
Yeah, because that obedience gives us that strength.
That is.
That's where all that strength is going to come from. It's going to come from obedience.
That's where this whole system is built on disobedience.
That's why they don't want us to know who we are, because they don't want us to start doing Torah. They don't want us to start doing feast days. And because that's moving in obedience, it's only going to make us stronger.
As a people, it's going to bring us together. Auntie Riri, she says, well, Saul is following his own mind. I guess we all have sinned and fall short of his glory. Seems like Saul wanted all the praise instead of Yahuwah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. We definitely
Because at this point,
yeah.
Saul ain't even trying. I'd be like, please, Jehovah, forgive. I'm sorry. I know I can't be king no more, but just be my friend. I don't know. I be at least be trying. He ain't trying to do nothing.
Saul is full
to
of
get
himself
back to
right now.
Yahuwah. Nothing.
At this point, I don't even think once his
It
spirit
ain't even in him. Yeah.
was taken away, this is all we watching Saul 101.
Yeah. Basically, he's letting Saul be the way Saul
Yes.
really wants to be.
It's turning you over to your own own desires. I
your
guess.
Your own mind. This is what you really want.
Yeah. So would you say like a reprobated mind? It don't always have to be like, you know what I'm saying?
Reprobate mind don't mean you retarded.
Right.
Yeah. This means I'm turning you over to your own
will.
Yeah.
I should say.
You want to be your own king? Go ahead.
Go ahead. And look how we see it. Started off real good for the first year. Okay, verse 28. And Shaul saw and knew that Yahuwah was with David, and that Micah, Shaul's daughter, loved him. And Shaul was yet the more afraid of David. And Shaul became David's enemy continually. Then the princes of the Philistine went forth. And it came to pass after they went forth that David behaved himself more wisely than all the servants of Shaul, so that his name was set by greatly. Oh, and still this is going to bring him so mad. It's going to get more light on David. But David is just moving on
obedience. That's all he's doing.
That's it.
That's it. He probably tried to get to David to do all kind of stuff.
And David probably like, listen, chill. It's not even that serious.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's what he said. He said, what? Does it seem a light thing? Why do you want me?
Yeah.
David ain't puffed up about what he did.
Yeah, he says it's not a light thing to be the king's son-in-law. Y'all acting like, ooh, you get to be the king. It's like, nah, it's responsibility.
Right. David is not impressed, about his own ability.
I'm a shepherd boy.
That's it.
That's who I be. I'm a shepherd boy.
Humility, and yet you see the strength that he carries.
Yeah.
19. And Shaul spoke to Jonathan his son and to all his servants, that they should kill David. But Jonathan, Shaul's son, delighted much in David. And Jonathan told David, saying, Shaul, my father seeks to kill you. Now therefore I pray you, take heed to yourself until the morning, and abide in a secret place and hide yourself. And I will go out and stand beside my father in the field where you are, and I will commune with my father of you, and what I see that I will tell you. And Jonathan spoke good of David unto Shaul his father, and said unto him, let not the king sin against his servant, against David, because he has not sinned against you, and because his works have been to you ward very good. For he did put his life in his hand, and slew the Philistine. And Yahuwah wrought a great salvation for all Yasharel. You saw it, and did rejoice. Wherefore then will you sin against innocent blood, to slay David without a cause? And Shaul hearkened unto the voice of Jonathan. And Shaul swore 7 oaths, as Yahuwah lives, he shall not be slain. And Jonathan called David, and Jonathan showed him all those things. And Jonathan brought David to Shaul, and he was in his presence, as in times past.
Okay, so Jonathan spoke up for David, and I guess Saul was like, yeah, you right. You right. I was tripping. And so now he's back in his presence.
Yes.
Which means he's back
in good grace. So
in
now
the throne room with the instruments, and will it last? Let's see.
Oh no. And there was a war again, and David went out and fought with the Philistines, and slew them with a great slaughter, and they fled from him. And the evil ruach from Yahuwah was upon Shaul, as he sat in the house with his javelin in his hand. And David played with his hand. And Shaul sought to smite David even to the wall with the javelin. But he slipped away out of Shaul's presence, and he smote the javelin into the wall. And David fled and escaped that night.
So Saul is cool as long as there's no war going on.
And David's winning. He's cool as long as David don't win.
Yeah, David just sitting in there playing for him, and everybody can see David work for him.
Yes.
But the minute David goes out and wins a war, no.
And jealousy come in.
Yep.
Now envious. Mm-hmm. Envy comes
Even though you could have went to war with him.
Right. You could have.
But you didn't. You sent him.
You could have.
You sent him to fight your war, but you want the credit for it. People see who went to war. You right. He is acting like them people.
I'm telling you, he acting like them people. Mm-hmm. And Milcah let David down through a window.
Where you at?
Oh, I'm lying on accident.
You at 11.
And Shemu'el also sent messengers unto David's house to watch him. Now you got people watching me? Mm-hmm. Dad said Saul was a very dishonorable man.
Yes, very.
I see.
Very, 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 very.
And Shemu'el also sent messengers unto David's house to watch him and to slay him in the morning. And Michal, David's woman, told him, saying, if you save not your life tonight, tomorrow you shall be slain.
Basically said, you better get up out of here right now. Because in the morning they coming for you.
Listen, they be coming for us because I'm leaving with you. So Michal let David down through a window, and he went and fled and escaped. And Michal took a seraphim and laid it in the bed, and put a pillow of goat's hair for his bolster, and covered it with a cloth. And when Shemu'el sent messengers to David, she said, he is sick. And Shemu'el sent the messengers again to see David, saying, bring him up to me in the bed that I may slay him. Not my husband.
He said, bring the whole bed. I'm going to kill him in his bed. That basically.
Y'all know, like, said. That's so crazy because you know how kids be trying to sneak out and do things and they put pillows in theirs and act like it's so we don't know that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing new. Mm-hmm. Where we get it from? Where we get it from, y'all?
Nothing new. But what she was doing was giving him a head start.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was giving him time to get away. So now he a whole day away.
Yes. So she couldn't leave with him. But she's like,
because they would have known. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got my baby covered, okay? Mm-hmm. Let me see. And Shaul sent, 16. And when the messenger would come in, behold, there was a seraphim in the bed with a pillow of goat's hair for his bolster. And Shaul said unto Michal, why have you deceived me so, and sent away my enemy, that he escaped? And Michal answered Shaul. He said unto me, let me go. Why should I kill you?
Okay, she lied, but at this point, she just, Dad, come on.
Yeah.
She just lying to get herself out of trouble.
Yes, because she probably would be dead.
Yeah, ain't no telling the way he acted.
That evil
probably would have killed his own daughter.
Absolutely. So David fled and escaped and came to Shemu'el to Ramah and told him all that Shaul had done to him. And he and Shemu'el went and dwelt in Navith.
Oh, so he went to Samuel like, Sam, dude.
You ain't gonna believe this dude. He's trying to kill me. Thrice.
3 times.
Mm-hmm. And it was told to Shaul, saying, behold, David is at Navith in Ramah.
Snitch.
Always one. And Shaul sent messengers to take David. And when they saw the company of the prophets prophesying and Shemu'el standing as appointed over them, the Ruach Elohim was upon the messengers of Shaul, and they also prophesied. And when it was told Shaul, he sent other messengers, and they prophesied likewise. And Shaul sent messengers again the 3rd time, and they prophesied also. Then went he also to Ramah, and came to a great well that is in Saku. And he asked and said, where are Shemu'el and David? And one said, behold, they be at Navith in Ramah. And he went there to Navith in Ramah. and the Ruach Elohim was upon him also. And he went on and prophesied until he came to Navith and Ramah. And he stripped off his clothes also and prophesied before Shemu'el in like manner, and laid down naked all that day and all that night. Wherefore they say, is Shaul also among the prophets?
Now look at here. Look at here. Saul sent all these people after David and Samuel, and they got, what you call that? The spirit got on them,
Yeah.
and they start prophesying. He sent some more that,
and
then it happened to Saul.
Because Saul said, fine, I'll go by myself.
I'll do it myself.
Can't nobody do it, I'll do it myself.
Same thing happened to him. Come on.
And he got naked.
No weapon.
See?
No weapon.
When the battle ain't yours. You know what I'm saying? And you just being obedient.
Like you thought you were there to go kill somebody.
And
and the spirit came upon you, and then you start prophesying. Now you laying on the floor naked.
And now your people are like, oh, I didn't know Saul.
Is Saul a prophet?
Huh.
Child.
Auntie Riri said, dishonorable indeed. Glad David was anointed to be king. Saul had too much enmity against his kin folks. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He acting like them other folks.
You can't trust them. Can't trust them. At this
all.
point, you cannot trust Saul.
And David fled from Navith in Ramah and came and said before Jonathan, what have I done? What is my iniquity? And what is my sin before your dad or your father? That he seeks my life. And he said unto him, far be it, you shall not die. Behold, my father will do nothing either great or small, but that he will show it me. And why should my father hide this thing from me? It is not so. And David swore 7 oaths moreover and said, your father certainly knows that I have found grace in your eyes. And he says, let not Jonathan know this, lest he be grieved. But truly as Yahuwah lives, and as your soul lives, there is but a step between me and death.
Mm-hmm. So Jonathan is trying to tell David, don't worry about it, because my father's not going to make a move and not tell me.
Uh-huh.
But then David's going, yeah, but he knows me and you was friends.
Yeah.
So he may tell you something different because he knows you'll be upset, because he know we friends. And then he said, and David is going, I'm just one step away from dying. Like, he's after me that much.
Absolutely.
Like, what did I do?
What did I do?
You obey Yah.
That's it.
That's all you did.
And it's always going to annoy and irritate the enemy.
Always.
That's why it's easier for you to disobey, because you get tired of, like, what is going on?
Yeah, I just want him to leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Well, when you start diving in disobedience, he'll leave you alone. But start committing yourself to obedience. Oh,
he's not going to leave you alone. It's just not going to happen. And David knew he's not going to leave me alone.
He's not going to leave me alone. Because I'd rather obey Yah than man. Right? All right. Then said Jonathan unto David, whatsoever your soul desires, I will even do it for you. And David said unto Jonathan, behold, tomorrow we will continue reading story time at 6 p.m.
Whatever.
Tomorrow. Behold, tomorrow we will start reading story time.
Y'all see, we in the thick of this. Like, so what is your problem? Like I said, at this point, Saul is just showing everything that's in his evil little heart.
That's it.
He is just evil.
He's just evil. But we also see the power that obedience has, the favor that comes with it, how Yah will lead you, literally how he'll fight your battles.
And we also see how his own child is like, no, my dad wrong. I'm not following after him.
See, yes.
You do not have to, because, there are generational curses. And Jonathan said, "He ain't coming to me. Ain't coming this way. No. I'm
Even
not
the daughter,
carrying on
right?
this hate. Yeah, even the daughter. Not coming this way." His kids had more sense than he did.
He sure did. And they
Because they
recognize
are
it.
from the tribes of Yashar. Like,
Yes.
why are you messing with that?
Yes.
Like, he wanted us.
Yes. Boy. I mean, girl. All of us, y'all. Hasatan is busy. And I don't say that to be giving him credit or anything. But he is busy because his people are moving in alignment with Torah.
Yes.
So now he got to figure out, how we gotta scatter these.
And he's using one of us to infiltrate with pride to do it.
Absolutely.
That's why, we got to examine all these little false prophets out here, all these false teachers talking about we for y'all. I don't care if they is an NAACP, QPAD, Black Caucus, whatever. They ain't for us.
They ain't for us. The system is not for us.
They got that pride. They got to look good. They want them $300, $500, $5,000 suits that Jacob's children got on. So they're going to sell us out.
Oh, man, for cheap. For cheap.
So I couldn't find that many people to sell out David.
They love David. Like, what you ain't going to do.
That's why I said I'll do it myself.
Yep.
I can't trust none of y'all.
I can't. I'm not about to send a fourth group so y'all can be prophesying.
Yeah.
What he should have been doing was taking notes. What else did he say?
Yeah. He's like, maybe I better just stay home and let this thing take its course.
No, that's all.
Too much pride. Too much pride.
This is what happened when you allow pride to get in the driver's seat.
And he driving.
And you kick the Ruach out.
Yes.
Okay, at this point, you don't even he ain't even in the car. I think at this point, y'all just watching the vehicle go.
Yeah, he went in race cars.
Right.
Going in circles.
Mm-hmm.
Hatred.
And at the end, oh my God, I hope he repents at the end. I don't know his life. All right.
We shall see.
We will see. Okay, so apparently there's some buffering going on. Again, when you move in obedience.
Yeah. Always,
right? But anything else, if we was talking about something else, I bet you should speak. Perfect. It's been perfect. Auntie said they don't like this kind of teaching and learning. They sure don't, but we don't care. We're going to keep doing it.
Because we've been talking about obedience. We must have said obedience. It must be a word they listen for.
Obedience.
Yeah.
And we can say it again.
Listen for that word.
Obedience. Auntie Riri, she says, hallelujah. Had to pray over my phone, y'all. Come on. Yes, y'all.
That's a good one.
If we don't do anything else, keep praying for story time because y'all see this stuff. But also pray that us Yasharel, the descendants, that we really recognize the time that we're in.
Yes. And
that we come under obedience, not as a sign of weakness. Ain't nobody punking out because you coming under obedience.
Yeah.
No.
It's hard to be obedient. Please, that's hard work. You gotta go against the grain. You need some muscle to be obedient.
Absolutely. And y'all pray for our brothers and our sisters. And we gonna fall. But y'all will pick us up. And when we fall, we gotta learn the lesson in that fall.
Yes.
We gotta learn it so we can pass it when it comes up again. Because it's definitely gonna come up.
It's coming up. It's gonna keep coming till you pass it. Then he's gonna take it to the next one.
Absolutely. So with that being said, you all, shalom. We bid you peace from our house to yours. We love y'all. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock tomorrow. And we'll see what's going to happen. I don't know.
That's all. Uncle Saul, you tripping.
Y'all get your family member.
Go get your uncle.
Get your uncle.
Go get Uncle Cletus.
Because he acted.
He acted up.
Ooh-wee. Bye, y'all.
At the family reunion.
That's the one that y'all don't want nothing to do. Like, I already said hi. I ain't hugging him.
Yeah, he ain't.